What is up, you guys? This is Alt Any Day One on the PS4, and I'm going to be giving you a video basically to tell you or show you the base damage potential from an Omega Prestige character. So obviously the only Omega Prestige character that is available is Spider-Man. I clearly do not have Spider-Man Omega Prestige, but I did get screenshots. So the players I'm going to be giving shoutouts to are these three: No Loose Ends, Apex Devastator, and Superior Kaiser, for sending me screenshots of their stats and basically being my little test subjects. So now let's go ahead and get started. So with you Omega Prestige, you automatically are given 8% base damage increase to all your attribute points. So every attribute you're given gives you 8% each point rather than it being 4%. So let's go ahead and take a look at my Spider-Man. He's a level 60 Spider-Man, no gear, no infinity points slotted, and all of his synergies are only defensive synergies. I don't have any of the attribute synergies. So with his stats, he's at 40% base damage. And the reason why he's at 40% is because he's at 5 strength and 5 fighting. Now, when you Omega Prestige, you're automatically going to be given +1 to both strength and fighting as soon as you get that Omega Prestige. And once you hit level 60, you're going to have +1 over the strength and fighting. So instead of being 5 and 5, it'll be 6 and 6. Now, when you do that, when you do 5 and 5, you do 4% times the 5 attributes, so that's 20. So you get 20 and 20, that equals 40%. Now, if you go into Omega Prestige, you do 6 times 8 instead. Instead of it being 4%, you're going to do 6 times 8%, so that's 48 and 48. So then you're going to be given 96% base damage with no gear, no infinities, no nothing giving you extra attributes. It's just those alone, just the Omega alone is giving you up to 96% base damage from being Omega Prestige 1 level 60. Now let's fast forward up to half the max level, which is Omega Prestige 35. So when you're halfway maxed, you'll be at a base of 656% base damage. 656% base damage. So you're doing the same exact stuff that I just did with my non-prestige non-Omega Prestige Spider-Man and an Omega Prestige 1 Spider-Man. So you're doing the same math, everything is applied, 8% base damage multiplied by 40 fighting and 40 strength. So you would add those two together and then you would get 656%. Now let's go all the way to the max Omega Prestige, which is 70. So Omega Prestige 70, level 60. You'll have about 80 fighting and 80 strength, which means you'll be at 1,280% base damage by itself with no gear, no synergies, no infinities, no nothing. So 1,280% base damage. So just keep in mind, you have to multiply each attribute by 8%, not 4%, it's 8%. So now let's go ahead and add synergies as well. I'm gonna switch characters real quick because I'm gonna show you what the gear type is gonna look like later on. But for right now, with the synergies, let's say you add synergies for Spider-Man, right? Well, obviously it's gonna be for Spider-Man. So you have Elektra, War Machine, and Ant-Man, because Elektra is fighting, War Machine is fighting, and Ant-Man is strength, and those are his 3 main attributes. So with all 3 of those, that's +1, +1, +1. That's 3 attributes. So you're going up from, you're gonna be getting, you have to multiply those 3 by 8%. So that means you're gonna have a total of 24% base damage just from those 3 attributes, or 3 synergy attributes. Now let's go on to your infinity points. So with the infinity points, as you can see, let's say you see on the right side of the screen where it says the soul gem, soul mastery, 0 soul point spent, It'll have 50 plus, 100 plus, and 150 plus soul points. So don't worry about the first two. Don't worry about the 50 plus and the 100 plus. Look at the 150 plus. That one says +1 to all attributes. So I'm just gonna say ideally, not ideally, but let's just say your character has 150 at infinity points, right? So you have 150 infinity points. You put 6 points into fighting, which will add up to 150 points. So you have 6 points into fighting. That's 48% right there by itself. And then you get that +1 to all attributes. So that means you're getting +1 to strength and +1 to fighting. So that's another 16%. So that means you're going to get an additional 62% base damage from that 48 and that 16%. So you're getting, you remember you have 24% from the synergies and 62% from your infinities. Now onto the gear. The reason why I chose Blade is because Blade is the one where I have all attributes on it. So for the first 5 pieces of your gear, so it'll be from your weapon, upper body, utility, lower body, and accessory. Your first 5 pieces can max out at up to +5 fighting and +5 strength, one or the other. But ideally, let's just say you go with +5 fighting because that adds crit hit. So you get +5 fighting to all 5 of your gear pieces. That right there is 25. That's 25 attribute points right there. 25 fighting points. So now onto the ring. With the ring, you can get +4 in both of your main attributes. As you can see on the ring that's for Colossus right here, it has +4 strength and +4 durability. That can be whatever attributes you get lucky with. So if you end up getting lucky and getting +4 strength and +4 fighting, like for example this one that's for SpiderMan, it's got +3 strength and +4 fighting. Let's just say you get +4 strength +4 fighting on your ring. That right there is another 16. So you're already at 33 attribute points in total just from your gear. Then that's only 6 pieces of your gear. Now let's go to the artifacts. So the artifacts I'm looking at is the Tanya's Love Letter, Book of Demonicus, and Cargo's Rewrites. I don't have it on me right now. So the Book of the Tanya's Love Letter is gonna have the Tanya's Love Letter is gonna give you +2 to all attributes. So that means you're getting another 4 to your total, because you get +2 to strength and +2 to fighting. So that right there adds up to 37 total attributes. And then you get Cargo's Rewrites. That's +3 to all attributes. So that means you're getting an additional that's 6 extra attribute points, because that's +3 to strength and +3 to fighting. So now you're at a total of 43. And then you got Book of Demonicus, and the Book of Demonicus will give you +3 to all attributes as well, which is right here. And it says with so you'll get +3 to all attributes, so you'll be at another total of 6. So that will increase you up to 49 total attribute points. So then the next thing would be the complete relics, not a regular relic, a complete relic. So the complete relic will give you +1 to all attributes, which is obviously going to be 2 attributes in total, 1 to strength and 1 to fighting. So you're now at a total of 51. And then you have your catalyst, which maxes at +3 to the attributes. So +3 fighting or +3 strength, whichever one. Now you're at a total of 54 attributes. And then the medallion. You can get a medallion that gets +1 to all attributes. You have to keep re-rolling it if you're trying to do that. But obviously it's not ideal to get +1 to all attributes. Like, a bunch of this isn't ideal, but just for the sake of base damage, we're just going to do this. So with +1 to all attributes on your medallion, you can get +1 to strength and 1 to fighting. Now you're at a total of 56. And then the last one would be the salvaged alien weapon. On rank 4, it gives you +2 to all attributes. So with that +2 to all attributes, you are given up to 4 points to your attributes. You're given 2 to strength and 2 to fighting. So now you're at a total of 60 60 attribute points in total. And that's 60 total attributes. Multiply that with 8%. You're at 480% base damage just from the gear alone. So you can be Omega Prestige 1 and have all your gear just like this, and then you'll be at 480% plus that 96%, which will get you over 500. Next, so we're just gonna sum all of it up, sum all of the base damage up together. So you're at 1280% from your Omega Prestige, from being Omega Prestige 70 and level 60, and then you get 24% from your Synergies, 62% from 150 infinity points. This is only 150 infinity points. It's not like 200 or whatever. And if you're on PC, obviously, I'm pretty sure the base damage of the 8% is gonna apply with PC as well. So yeah, if you're on PC, I know you guys have like 1500 to 3000 infinity points, so your guys is gonna be insane. But yeah, so next is 480% from your gear with all attributes spec'd on them, and then you're at a total to add all that up, so 1280% plus 24% plus 62% plus 480% equals 1846 base damage in total at 70 Omega Prestige level 60. Now, obviously, like I said, a lot of the gear, or pretty much, yeah, a lot of the gear, you're not going to spec into attributes. Maybe, and if you do, you'll most likely just spec into like fighting, because that, like I said, that gives you crit hit and whatnot. But yeah, so that's pretty much, yeah, that's a lot of damage. And like I said, that's only 150 infinity points, which is pretty low if you think about it compared to like PC. They're at a lot higher. But you know what, that's pretty much it. So this is just a, remember, this is just a list, or this is just to show you or let you have a gist of how much base damage you can potentially have once you hit Omega Prestige 70 and level 60, and your character is level 60. So that's all I'm really showing you this list for. I was spending maybe a few days, or about a day and a half, 2 days, trying to figure all this out. When obviously it was pretty clear that it was only 8%. It's just I was pretty limited on resources. I didn't have too many people to send me screenshots, which I'm glad that these three did. So with these three, the three that sent me their the screenshots, they're all separate in their infinity. I mean, in their Omega Prestige. No Loose sent me his when he was about 6 on his Omega Prestige 6. Apex sent me his when he was around about I think 11 or 12. And then Superior Kaiser sent me his when he was at Omega Prestige 23. So that gave me a good grasp on, you know, the differences. Oh yeah, and you know what? Before I forget, another person was Misfit. He sent me his when he was Omega Prestige 1 at level 60. And he was the first one that actually sent me it when I asked him. So I can't forget about him. But yeah, so, and not just them, but the people on the forums, you guys, you know, kind of helped me out as well. So I just want to thank you guys for that. So I'm just hoping this video helped you guys at all. You know, so that way you can pretty much figure out what character you want to main. Because you're probably gonna want to choose, you know, before the Omega Prestige comes around again for your character. Because I mean, I don't really see myself being able to get more than one character or even two characters at Omega Prestige 70. So, but yeah, that's basically it. Hopefully, like I said, if this video helped you at all, go ahead and leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions or suggestions, let me know down in the comment section. If you find something else as well, with the Omega Prestige that I might have missed, please, please, please leave that down in the comment section as well. The more info we get about this, the better. I'm pretty sure this is all of the stuff that you really need to know. The base damage, just clearly the base damage increases by 8%, so it's just doubled. So it's not just synergies that are doubled. Oh, and then that's what brings me back to one more thing. So when it's Elektra's turn and War Machine's turn and Ant-Man's turn, their synergies also double. So they'll be at 2 plus 2 to their fighting, and strength, which means you would multiply that 2 by 8% as well. So, but I didn't add that in because they're obviously not here. So, couldn't forget about that. Anyways, like I said, if this helped you out, go leave a like, comment, subscribe. This is all day one on the PS4. Have a good day, good night, and peace.